Affairs Committee. I now call this meeting to order. Please be advised that FATV is conducting audio and video recording of this meeting for public broadcast. I ask that anyone in the audience who is recording this meeting please stand and identify yourselves for the record now by stating your name and city of residence. Seeing none, I ask that all electronic devices be placed in silent mode. Committee members present this evening, we have Councillors Cragen, Van Hazinga, Walsh, and Kuchar, and myself, President Zarella. And because we're having the Legislative Affairs meeting and the Council meeting back to back, and because I don't typically do a public comment for Legislative Affairs, I'm going to ask that anyone who wishes to comment on a Legislative Affairs item just do it at the top of the Council meeting, because the Council will be taking up all four of these items. This does not include petitioners and sponsors of the items. Let's see. I do have a request to take items out of order, and I see no reason not to. So if there is no objection from the committee members, I'd like to begin with item 15824. Any objection? Seeing none. 15824, Councillor Boschman and Jeffrey Bean to rename Oak Hill Road Bridge to the Ron Anson Bridge in honor of Mr. Ron Anson. You may approach the center podium or the mics at the table, whichever you're more comfortable with.
I think we can stand. With 2 minutes, I think I can stand. Well, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, members of the committee, for allowing us to move this forward. I appreciate it. It's pretty simple. Ron Anson is well known in the community, philanthropist. He's been supporting just about every organization, whether it's the Art Museum, the Boys and Girls Club, Clegon. There's over and over. I could name 100 of them, but Ron Anson has had his finger on it and had a lot to do with the changes here in the city of Fitchburg. One example would be North Street, the North Street corridor. Ron Anson used his own money, personal money, to buy some of those houses along there when we were making that throughway. He worked at the university to help clear those houses, which couldn't have been done otherwise. He did the same thing up in Clegon, in Lower Clegon. He bought some houses up there and restored them. On Fairmont Street. So he's really shown himself, shown well what he can do as a city. I just think it's a noble thing to do, to recognize people that have been effective in the city of Fitchburg, that have shown a commitment to it, and the Anson family has done that. I think it'd be a great way to honor Ron and all the work he's done here in the city. I will keep it as that simple.
Thank you very much. Any questions from committee members? Any deliberation by committee members? All right, I'll just say I agree with what's been said. I think that, I never had the opportunity to know Mr. Anson, but I couldn't live in Fitchburg as long as I have without knowing of him. And this seems eminently appropriate to me. Do I have a motion? Oh, Councillor Cragen, go ahead.
Yeah, just having known the Anson family for many years, I was really delighted to see this being put forward. And I think it's a great idea because, again, the family's presence in the city had a huge economic impact. And I look forward to ribbon cutting, if should that be planned. And thank you both for bringing this forward.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and second. If there is no objection, we'll take this by unanimous consent. Seeing none, it is approved. Thank you, gentlemen.
Just as a note, the family is aware of this, and they're very supportive of it, and thankful for the city for doing that.
Excellent.
Okay.
Next, we have Councillor Fleming on behalf of Ward 5 residents to relocate election polling site either back to Sima Park or any other suitable location where traffic is not so dense. This is 27023.
I'm going to save my comments for the full council.
Certainly. And I was about to say, certainly Councillor Fleming would be welcome to make comment. But ultimately, this is on the agenda this evening more for an update than for action because some details still need to be ironed out. But I have been working with the city clerk's office for the past several months at identifying alternative and superior polling locations for several wards, including Ward 5, with the ultimate intention of getting all of them into city buildings, particularly schools, if possible. I believe in Ward 5, the two that are currently being looked at, depending on timing and logistics, are either Crocker, once the renovation is complete, or McKay, if I'm recalling correctly. I may have the wrong wards for some of these. I know there has been some discussion of potentially moving Ward 1 to South Street Elementary. And I don't recall the other wards off the top of my head, but I know that when this comes before the full council, our city clerk has all of this much better memorized than I do. But generally, this is moving forward. We are identifying polling locations, and the intention, this was a very timely petition that prompted us to take a broader look at the entire city and see if the places we're currently using are, in fact, the most efficient and effective places that we could be using. Any questions or comments from committee members? Councillor Kuchar?
I was just going to make a motion to hold.
Oh, okay. Councillor Walsh?
I just have a question. Is what you're contemplating, is there any way that can happen before November? Or is that definitely going to be after November?
It'll definitely be after November.
I just wanted to clarify that. Thank you.
There's simply no way in the time available that all the arrangements involved in setting up a polling place could be shifted to a new location. But we have already worked with the school system, with Superintendent Thompson, to have all election days set aside as professional development days, so the schools will all be closed. So we already have seen benefits at Memorial, where in years past there have occasionally been, I don't want to say conflicts, but logistical difficulties in having the students having a school day at the same time that voters are going in and out of the building to vote. That has already been solved, and we're looking forward to that policy change enabling us to make much better use of our school buildings in future elections. I had a motion to hold.
Motion to hold.
Second.
Motion and second to hold, pending further developments. Any objections? All right, that is unanimous. 09824, Councillor Andrew Kuchar on behalf of the Shea Street Neighborhood Group to initiate a temporary moratorium on large-scale solar farms until such time as the zoning changes be voted on and approved in petition 27223. I don't actually see Liz Murphy in the audience. She had sent off a draft moratorium proposal. Let me see if I can pull that up. Oh, you have it? Excellent. Okay, so do other committee members have a copy of this or no?
Yes.
You do?
I have seen a copy.
You've seen it? Do you have it?
I don't have it, but I've seen it.
Okay. So if anyone wants me to, I can read out the entire, it's not long, it's 2 paragraphs. Actually, I think that's what I'll do for the sake of transparency. This is to amend section 181-66. Oh, so this is the actual zoning change. Okay, so this if we vote it favorably tonight, it will have to be sent off to the planning board still, to then be sent back to us for, sorry?
It already went to the planning board. There's
Oh, thank you, thank you.
their letter. They just recommended one change.
Gotcha. See, this is what happens when I don't print out all my documents before I come in. All right, so this has gone through planning already. And was favorably recommended. So this is amending 18166 to add a new section 18166A as follows. Purpose. This ordinance adopted pursuant to the Zoning Act as amended, citation omitted, and Article 89 of the amendments to the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for the purpose of conserving the city's available forested land and open space by which greenhouse gases are reduced through carbon capture and sequestering, to allow for the completion of the Nashua River Watershed's Municipal Vulnerability Preparedness Climate Resiliency Plan, the city's Climate Action Plan, and given recent cases that involve significant stormwater runoff challenges, the development of land disturbance regulations, and in order to protect the public health and welfare of the residents of Fitchburg, and in order to adopt an appropriate and effective zoning ordinance allowing and encouraging large-scale ground-mounted solar photovoltaic facilities, for the reasons set forth above and notwithstanding any other provision of the zoning ordinance to the contrary, the city hereby adopts a temporary moratorium on permits for and use of land for large-scale ground-mounted solar photovoltaic facilities. The moratorium shall be in effect through May 31st, 2025. During the moratorium period, the city shall undertake a planning process to address the potential impacts of large-scale ground-mounted solar photovoltaic facilities and related uses, and shall consider adopting new zoning ordinances to better address the impact and construction of same in the city. And Madam Solicitor, did you have anything you'd like to add or make the committee aware of on this?
No, this arose out of the earlier hearing that you had in March, I believe, and then we drafted a form of this, and then Liz has added to it with work with the planning board, and then they've started the public hearing process.
All right. Questions and comments from committee members?
It's worth noting the planning board amendment.
Oh, yes, thank you. The planning board recommended an amendment. The moratorium shall be in effect through May 31st, 2025, unless adoption of a new zoning ordinance language addressing large-scale ground-mounted solar photovoltaic facilities is in effect early, whichever is earlier. So in other words, if we adopt the zoning more promptly than we might expect, the moratorium will expire as soon as the new zoning is in place, which makes perfect sense to me. Questions and comments from...
Being the person who put this, the counselor who put this forward, just wanted to address the Legislative Affairs Committee in regards to the most recent developments in the Conservation Committee meeting that was held last night. In regards to the Shea Street neighborhood solar project that is projected, come to find out that the wetlands are more expansive in that area than was originally thought. So the Oak Hill solar project should fall under this moratorium until such time as we can go through the rezoning process. The Conservation Committee suggested that they refile their proposal, which, according to what was discussed last night, is going to be the original proposal, but a lot of new developments in regards to the wetlands are going to have to be considered, and the whole project is going to have to change. So I suggest that the Oak Hill project also fall under the moratorium in order to be able for the City Council to rezone and try to figure out exactly what's going on in regards to the watershed and also, our natural areas. So I move to approve 9824.
Would you be willing to move for the recommended amendment first, or would you like to reject that?
I'll move to accept the recommendation.
Do I have a second for the amendment?
I'll second the motion to amend.
All right, I have a motion and second to amend. This vote is simply to adopt the additional provision recommended by the planning board into the ordinance, which we will then vote on. Any objections? All right, unanimously amended. And
Motion to approve 9824
as amended.
as amended.
All right.
Second.
So I have a motion and second. Do I have any objections? All right, that is also unanimous. Okay. And last but not least, 15724, Captain Christopher Garcia of the Fitchburg Police Department, proposing a new city ordinance aimed at enhancing safety on our streets and addressing the quality of life concerns in our community by regulating the use of recreational vehicles on both public and private property in Fitchburg. Captain?
Thank you, Council. Thank you for having me. I just wanted to read a brief statement before we get started. I'd like to thank you all for having me here and allowing me to present this proposal, advocating for a new city ordinance designed to enhance safety on our streets, and address quality of life concerns by regulating the use of recreational vehicles on both public and private property in Fitchburg. While Massachusetts laws already prohibit the operation of recreational vehicles, such as dirt bikes and ATVs, on public ways statewide, our proposed city ordinance aims to build upon these regulations. Specifically, it targets the hazardous operation of these vehicles and will grant the Fitchburg Police Department the authority to impose fines and confiscate vehicles used in violation of this ordinance. Due diligence has been done with the City Solicitor's Office to ensure the ordinance legality and effectiveness. This initiative draws inspiration from successful ordinances implemented in neighboring Massachusetts communities, aligns with broader regional and national trends addressing these concerns. Implementing this ordinance is essential for improving the safety and well-being of our community. Your support is crucial as we strive to create a safer and more enjoyable environment for all Fitchburg residents. Thank you once again for your time and consideration for this proposal.
Thank you very much. Any questions from committee members? Councillor Krucher.
Does this also include like electric bikes and electric scooters and things like that, or are we just dealing with gas-powered like motorbikes and ATVs?
It's going to be gas-powered. It all falls under Chapter 90B, Section 20 of what is allowed under this ordinance.
Okay, so it doesn't include any
not.
kind of electronic or electric bicycles or scooters or anything like that?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
So just briefly, I see I have two councillors waiting to speak, and I don't want to cut them off, but I do just want to mention that if that is the case, we may want to tweak the definition language slightly, because at the moment it starts off by saying any wheeled device used to carry persons or property powered by any means other than muscular power alone,
Right.
which gives the impression that it would include electric devices. Go ahead.
It does apply to electric devices. So a recreational vehicle could be either electric or gas-powered. That's the definition.
Okay, excellent. So just wanted to make sure we've got that clear. Oh, go
So
ahead.
it does include, because I've had a few run-ins with people with the electric bikes that are going about 30 miles an hour down Main Street.
It does appear it
So
includes that.
it will include that as well?
Yes.
All right, okay, great. Glad to hear it. Thank you.
Councillor Van Hazinga.
Thank you. I'd like to thank you, Captain Garcia, for your efforts and also the efforts of the rest of the department in addressing this issue. It hasn't been an easy one to solve. I know we've been in a lot of discussion, and I hear from a lot of residents that this is a significant problem, and I see it myself in our neighborhoods. And just a couple of years ago, a young man racing a dirt bike up and down Blossom Street without a helmet on crashed and lost his life. So this is really a safety issue. It's a quality of life issue, and it is something we have to address. And it's not just a problem we're facing here in Fitchburg, but all over the Commonwealth and the country. This is an ongoing issue. So if this will strengthen the department's ability to address this issue and to put a stop to it, I'm support it completely. Thank you.
It definitely will.
Councillor Walsh.
Yeah, I just want to echo what Councillor Van Hassingen said. I live on Bowtell Street, and they're zipping up and down Bowtell Street, doing wheelies and, playing chicken with the traffic. And, I mean, we have 4 houses for sale on Bowtell Street right now.
Wow.
And three of the owners have said it's because of, the traffic. So I applaud your efforts, and I think this is well-written and well done. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Just very briefly, I just want to also, comment in regards to my fellow councilors. This is a long time coming. I'm glad to see it happen. This is have been an ongoing problem within the city for many, many years. There's been talks about the dirt bike gangs that have been just plaguing the city, and I'm glad the Fitchburg police are actually, on top of it, doing something about it, and I'll be 100% in favor of this.
If I may
Go
just
ahead.
add,
Absolutely.
there's a lot of good work going on with the officers who are out there working on the street. We've spent a lot of time. We've made multiple arrests. We've charged multiple people. We're cataloging who's out there on the street. We're trying to work smart and not put the city in jeopardy of any further harm down the road. So we're very cautious on how we're handling it. But I can say the men and women of the Fitchburg Police Department have put a lot of time and effort into trying to figure out and solve this problem.
Thank you. Councillor Cregan.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing this forward. I, too, have seen in pretty much every ward the irresponsible handling of these vehicles, these devices, and I also see way too many young people without helmets, which is extremely concerning. The high school generally has on Fridays an opportunity for the freshmen to meet, and it seems that where we're going to be passing this legislation, that getting the information out to the high school directly would probably be helpful. I can't imagine there aren't kids in the high school who are not, who don't know about this or might have a device, but they need to hear that the rules have now changed. So just putting that out there.
If I could just add, it's definitely been a thought of ours that we need to have an education component to this. We're not looking to go out there and get people. If we can get ahead of time, it's going to make all of our jobs easier. So I agree wholeheartedly. We have used our Facebook page to seek out residents for tips. We have the tip line. It can be done anonymous. And ultimately, we're looking for neighbors to observe other actions in their neighborhoods and call in anonymously or send their tip in anonymously and let us know where some of these violators may be housed. Unfortunately, we can't be everywhere in the city, so we need the ears and eyes of the public to kind of give us some guidance. And it's been very successful. When we first put out the post, we had tens and tens of responses that people were calling in and replying to our Facebook post. I just did a recent Facebook post about 3 weeks ago. I'll put another one out after this ordinance goes out, and I'll also reach out to the school resource officer to kind of give some education at the schools.
Thank you.
I just have one quick question because I'm always looking for loopholes. Is there any reason that we shouldn't add 2 words to the definition, any wheeled or treaded vehicle? Because I'm thinking of some of the off-road ATV style vehicles that I've seen. Most of them have wheels, some of them have treads, like tank treads or tractor tread type things. Councillor Kuchar?
In regards to your question, Mr. President, I would keep that wording in because winter's going to be hitting us soon, and snowmobiles have tracks and treads and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So the last thing we want is for a group of snowmobilers to come rocketing up Main Street during a heavy snowstorm.
All right. So, Madam Solicitor, is there any reason you can think of off the top of your head why it would be a bad idea to add that in?
No, except that we haven't had a chance to double check that. So that would be my only caution. We've spent a lot of time to make sure that this is acceptable and will pass and be enforceable. Mm-hmm. So my only concern is that I haven't had a chance to look into it.
And hypothetically, would it be enough time between if we have the first reading later tonight and the second reading 2 weeks from now?
Plenty of time.
Okay, excellent. In that case, I'd like to entertain a motion to add those 2 words, to amend those 2 words in.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, so that's a motion and second to amend. This is section A1, recreational vehicle. After the words any wheeled and before the word device, add the words or treaded. Is there any objection to the amendment? All right, seeing none, it is unanimous. Any further comments on the ordinance as amended?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve or to recommend for approval as amended. Any objection?
No.
All right. It is unanimous, and that concludes the business of the committee.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and second to adjourn. Seeing no objection, we are adjourned. The council meeting will begin in just under 30 minutes.